How Amish store food for 30 years without plastic. The Amish. They live differently. Simpler, slower, but smarter in ways modern society forgot. No plastic, no freezers humming in the background, no preservatives with names no one can pronounce. Yet their food lasts decades. 30 years, sometimes more. How? It's not magic. It's old wisdom, passed from hands weathered by time to hands eager to learn. It's about nature, patience, hard work, the old root cellar, a secret beneath the earth. Imagine this, a small wooden door, half buried in a hill. The earth smells damp. A candle flickers. Inside, shelves line the walls. Jars stacked high. Some hold peaches, golden and sweet. Others, pickles and cloudy brine. On the floor, sacks of potatoes, onions, and beets, untouched by rot. No plastic, no electricity, just the cool, steady embrace of the earth. For generations, the Amish have relied on root cellars to keep food fresh. The secret? Temperature and humidity. Underground, it stays cool but never freezing. Moist but not damp enough for mold. Carrots pulled from the ground last months. Apples crisp and firm, sit in baskets wrapped in cloth. Cabbages stacked in neat rows, their outer leaves drying into protective armor. No waste, nothing unnatural. Canning, sealing summer in a jar. It starts early, long before the snow falls, before the leaves turn. A mother in a bonnet, stirring a pot. A father lifting crates of tomatoes, their skins bursting with ripeness. The children help, always helping, peeling, cutting, packing. They laugh, talk about nothing and everything. Then comes the boiling. Glass jars filled, lids screwed tight. Into the pot they go. Steam hisses. The smell of peaches, pears, tomatoes fills the room. After an hour, silence. They wait. A small pop echoes. Then another. The sound of a seal forming. A sound of security. Years later, maybe decades, someone opens a jar. A tomato, still red. Still tasting of summer. Pickles, as sharp as the day they were made. Canned food, stored right, can last 30 years. No plastic, no waste, just glass, metal, and patience. Meat that doesn't rot, the art of smoking and curing. Fresh meat spoils fast, but not for the Amish. They know the old ways. A barn filled with smoke. The scent of hickory, applewood, maple. Inside, long ropes of sausages hang, fat dripping slowly. Hams, cured in salt, rest on wooden racks. No refrigerators. No vacuum-sealed plastic. Salt, smoke, time. That's all it takes. The salt pulls out moisture. Bacteria can't grow. The smoke seeps in, sealing the meat in its protective embrace. The Amish wrap their cured meats in cloth, store them in wooden barrels, hang them in cool cellars. They last. Years. Decades, even. A ham, sliced after 20 years, still rich, still safe. Dried food, nature's time capsule. A row of peppers, strung like decorations, dries in the kitchen window. Corn, golden and brittle, waits in burlap sacks. Apples, sliced thin, lay in the sun. They crinkle, shrink, harden. The Amish dry their food the way their ancestors did. Slowly, naturally. Without moisture, food doesn't rot. No mold, no bacteria. Some use old wooden dehydrators, heated by the sun. Others, just the open air. Grain stored in barrels. Beans in sacks. Herbs wrapped in cloth. It works. A dried apple, rehydrated 20 years later, still sweet, still real. Cheese that lasts a lifetime. A wheel of cheese, hard as stone. A knife scrapes away the outer layer. Inside, gold, sharp, tangy. Aged cheese, stored properly, can last generations. The Amish make cheese the way it's meant to be made. No chemicals, no plastic wrapping. They coat it in wax. a thick, protective shell. Sometimes they wrap it in cloth soaked in brine. Some cheeses, buried in salt, absorb its preservative power. Aged in cool cellars, untouched by time. A slice, years later, tastes better, deeper. Time isn't the enemy. It's the secret. Fermentation, letting food preserve itself. A crock bubbling in the corner. Sauerkraut, sharp and tangy. Pickles, in brine, slowly changing. Fermentation isn't just preservation. It's transformation. The Amish let nature do the work. No vinegar, no chemicals, just salt, time, the right bacteria. A simple process. The food ferments, acids form, bacteria grow, the good kind. They protect, preserve. A jar of sauerkraut, opened after 20 years, still crunchy, still perfect. Beeswax and cloth, the Amish answer to plastic wrap. Plastic suffocates, seals too tight. Food needs to breathe. The Amish know this. They use beeswax wraps, soft and pliable. Press it against a bowl, it seals naturally. Keeps food fresh, no waste. For butter, cheese, and bread, they use cloth. Dipped in vinegar, salt water, sometimes even dipped in wax. It protects without trapping moisture. No plastic bags, no containers, just nature doing what it does best. Faith, family, and the wisdom of the past. It's not just about storage. It's a way of life. A mother passing knowledge to her daughter. A grandfather showing his grandson how to cure meat. A community working together. They don't hoard. They prepare. They trust the land, the seasons, their hands. Food isn't disposable to them. It's sacred. It's survival. No plastic. No waste. Just wisdom, patience, and the quiet confidence that food, stored right, can last longer than a lifetime.